Welcome. This is Debbie Olson, and today I will be coloring two of the three poodles from the April 2019 Club La La Land Crafts Kit stamp set called Poodles of Love. The April 2019 kit is available by subscription through April 19th, 2019 at the La La Land Crafts website. I will share a link in the description below the video so that you can find that easily. I have pre-stamped the poodles that I want to color in a black Copic compatible ink on a Copic compatible cardstock. I've also added subtitles for each marker color change along with a brief explanation of what I'm doing there. Keep in mind that there are many good ways to color, and the best way is obviously the way that works best for you. Now, I've kept the texture smooth on the poodles' bodies since they looked like they were freshly trimmed to me, and then curly on the ears, head, is that called a top knot, tail, and paws. It would be absolutely fine to give the poodles curly hair texture everywhere if you prefer playing with texture to smooth blending. When you are adding texture, there is one important thing that you need to keep in mind. If you want crisp texture, you need to work on a drier surface. And if you want soft texture, you have to work on a wetter surface. If I'm blending, I want to work quickly while my paper's wet with ink because ink blends only when it's wet. But if I want texture, for example, in the hair, I want to let each layer dry enough that I can get a thinner, harder edged line. Sometimes you need to work in a different area to give a wet area some time to dry if you want crisp texture. That's why I keep bouncing back and forth between the hair in one area and in another area. I'm just giving my ink time to dry between applications. Also, a quick word on my patterned papers that I used on the card because I've had a couple of people ask about those. I live in the boonies of Upper Michigan, nowhere near a craft store, so I don't get a chance to go in a craft store that often and look at all the pretty papers and pick what I want. Sometimes if I need something special, I just purchase digital scrapbooking papers. They usually come in a 12 by 12 size, and I print them at 50% or 6 by 6 with either an inkjet printer or a color laser printer, and that gives me a more appropriate scale for my cards, and it wastes as little ink as possible there too. I don't need to print out an entire 8.5 by 11 sheet if a 6 by 6 will give me everything I need for the card. I will link to the store that I usually buy digital papers from in my description below the video. Finally, I have sped up the video so that it's a watchable length. It's about 11 minutes, but I colored for close to 45 minutes. Not quite that long, but close. I generally color light to dark. The advantage of starting with your lightest ink is that blending is easier. On the other hand, blending dark to light often gives people better contrast. Neither way is right, neither way is wrong. You do whatever works for you. I hope that this is helpful to you. I'll put on some music now. Relax and enjoy, and thanks for watching.